feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now.
Hi everyone, welcome. If you are new here and you're my Peter subscribers, welcome back, my little astronaut. So for today's video, we're going to be specifically focusing on the people fighting back, and it's going to be really all centered around the investigation into Donald Trump. Now, if you want to see how Donald Trump investigation, where he starts an investigation into other things like the Georgia election results and stuff like that, you can find that in the previous video called Trump Fights Back, Trumpoween Special. There's going to be 4 videos of Donald Trump series. We will only cover our last one either tomorrow or on Halloween. So it's either one of the two. So I do hope you guys do like this series. However, I need you to do your part, please, and comment in the description below. Email me, put them in the live chat. I don't care. Send me your questions because I'm going to use those for the next video. I can't be finding a lot of questions because I'm actually having a lot of trouble trying to find things on Donald Trump. I can't recall everything that he's done. So please do your part. Please submit any questions you had that had not been answered in the past 3 videos, including this one. And I will answer them in our last series covering Donald Trump, which we will no longer talk about him until he announces he's running for 2024. Okay, so we have a lot to get through today. I thank all of you guys for coming, really do. I appreciate you all. This is being live streamed on October 29, 2021 at 7:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. After this video, we're going to do a video on the midterm, the 2022 midterm, and kind of see how that's going. And I will be sending out 2 very short videos, like 1 minute long videos on the election results in both the governor race in Virginia and New Jersey, and see what party is going to go to. It's going to be very short, I promise you. Here are some quick disclaimers on your screen. This is just for entertainment purposes only and for education purposes only as well. Whew! That feels like a lot more stress than I needed. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to quickly show up on you questions that I have compilated together. We have a lot of good stuff that we're talking about today. Some of the questions that are really not popular that I have here that I've written down for you will only get maybe 5 minutes, and everything else that is more important, more stuff that is well known in the news will get more than probably say about 5 minutes. So keep that in mind. All right, so the first question that we're going to talk about today is the Trump Organization and the investigation future when we're talking about the Manhattan District Attorney and the New York AG, Lakeisha James, who announced that she was running for governor. We'll talk about that when we cover the question. The next question I will follow after that is, will January 6th committee be successful at prosecuting Donald Trump? Then that follows it. January 6th committee, how would they hold Donald Trump accountable, and will they actually hold him accountable? Will the people in the government who participated in January 6th, will they be in big trouble? Will they be removed by force or by whatever means necessary? This one could be 5 minutes. Trump's golf course being investigated by the Westchester, New York District Attorney's Office. So we'll be looking at that. Next one we'll be looking at is the investigation to Donald Trump trying to overturn Georgia's election results. We're going to remove this because we already covered it yesterday. Biden threatened to expose Trump. Will he? And what will he expose on Donald Trump? So I want to kind of take a look at that. The next thing that we're going to look at is Scotland's investigation to Donald Trump's golf course dealings. Will be, of course, 5 minutes for this one. The House committee investigation into questionable medical treatments proposed by the Trump administration. We're going to see how that's going. The reopening of obstruction of justice against Donald Trump. That was the first impeachment. And to see whether or not they might impeach him for a 3rd time. Like I said, when we were doing the impeachment trials, I said Donald Trump will be impeached 4 times total. And then, of course, here we have as well as the Trump-Russia investigation future. If you have any others that is related to the people or the investigation against Donald Trump, please put them in the live chat. All right, let me just say hi to all of you. Let's see. Hi, Charles. Hi, Saskin. Hi, Irene. Hi, Paula. Hi, Liz. Thank you, Julie. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the Halloween decoration. Thank you for Halloween. And I hope you guys do enjoy it. I hope you find it a little bit more soothing, so to speak. Hi, BT. Hi, Tara. What's up, everybody? Let's begin, okay? I don't want to waste your time. Okay, let's jump right into it. So the first question that we're going to look at is the Trump Organization and an investigation future. Let's take a quick look and see what's happening there. All right. Whew! Look at them booties. I'm bringing the milkshake to the yard. All right. So, Spears Answers, tell me about the Trump Organization future. Let's take a look at Donald Trump Organization as a whole. Where's that heading? Can we have one card that represents Donald Trump Organization? Where is it heading? Okay. Okay. I think this is the perfect card that describes it. Happy Samhain to all of you who celebrate it. Thank you, Julie. Welcome back, Julie. Thank you, Paula. All right, so it's interesting. So this is the card that comes up that represents the future of the Trump Organization. I really don't think I really need to explain this card. I think you all can get the main idea from the card is that basically the Trump Organization is almost done. Like there's so many investigations into it that there's no way that they can crawl their way back, right? And so it feels as if the Trump Organization is on its way out or is going to be. Right? There's too many things it gotta fall at one point. It's like a domino effect. I feel like this would be the first thing of Donald Trump that's going to fall, if you know what I mean. So the Spears Answer, tell me about the investigation. Let's take a look at the Manhattan District Attorney investigation. Okay. I love when they give me cards. What is happening with this? I've never seen so many tower cards. Okay, let's take a look. All right. BT. That actually reminds me of the Hebrew tab, which is the last in the alphabet. Interesting. Thank you for adding that. Yeah, that card described the Trump Organization exactly. Okay, so let's talk about the Manhattan DA. So what is happening here, what I'm seeing here, in terms of the investigation to Donald Trump Organization, is right now they're in this mess where they're not able to DAP him. And by DAP, I mean they're not able to get him. So it feels like in some way, in some form, the Manhattan DA does not have all the information to prosecute the Trump Organization or even Donald Trump himself. It feels like as if they're missing a key component. That's where we are right now. What is going to happen? Thank you, Jocelyn. Welcome, love. What we have right now is we have the Tower card. And this is interesting because we have here the media or something's going to be released. Potentially an inquiry. They might subpoena him. They might force him to come to the forefront. And it's going to be some sort of exposure. It feels like this is going to be like breaking news on CNN, like breaking news, CNN. We have new reports coming in from the Manhattan District Attorney, and they're going ahead with the investigation of Donald Trump, and they are now raiding his home in Florida, something like that. This is what really makes it very important. The reason why this is so important is that there's so much information, but it feels like what I'm seeing here that the building of the Trump Organization is being burnt. So I feel like in some way or some form there might be a potential fire within the Trump Organization or the Trump Tower, so to speak, and they're throwing that paper out the window and hope that these papers get burned, at least the evidence, before they get to the place. But the problem is that they were a lot of the papers I'm seeing in my third eye right now is going to be on the ground in front of. Okay, sorry, the Wi-Fi thing was there. I want to make sure you hear me. It feels like what's going to happen is they're going to throw the paper into the fire, but a lot of the paper, the evidence, is going to go out the window onto New York City street, and that's how they're going to get the investigation. That's how they're going to find the evidence, because it feels like as if they only have like a 5 to 10, 30-minute window from the release from the media to them getting to the Trump organization or the tower, so they're not going to be able to hide the evidence. Thank you so much, Tara. I appreciate it. I know some of you guys emailed me. I will be getting back to you guys as soon as possible. I've been getting hit with too many spam emails. So I have like about 180 spam emails going in between. So I have to kind of filter those out first before I answer some of you guys. So we have here as well is we have the Six of Pentacles reverse. It feels as if, thank you, Paula. It feels as if in some way or some form that what is going to happen in terms of the Manhattan District Attorney, that they're going to make a final investigation or they're going to start to hand out information. But it feels like a lot of information that they're going to reveal to the public, it's only a fraction of what really occurred. So we're going to have a basis idea, but we won't have a full understanding about what actually occurred. And a lot of that is going to be hidden because of the, I think, the executive privilege. And so therefore, we won't actually ever get to see this information, but you will get some sense of idea from what is happening. There's some sort of patient confidentiality, I think. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 of Pentacles. And what this tells me is that right now, in terms of the Manhattan DA, they still have a lot of work to do. There's going to be a bombshell. Potentially that bombshell could be a leak within the investigation itself. But whatever it is, it feels like it's still going to continue. I feel like this investigation is going to be dragged on for at least 2 years before there is any sense of hope. But I do feel like there may be some sort of bombshell leading right before the midterm election in 2022. So I do feel like there's going to be something big happening with the Manhattan DA investigation. We're going to take a look now at the New York Attorney General with Letitia James. She's now announced she's running for New York governor. Personally, I'm very conflicted because, like I told you guys before when I was reading Andrew Cuomo, that part of me feels like when I was reading on her that it was like a setup. Like, oh, Andrew Cuomo is guilty, but not on all the charges that he said he did. And so it feels like as if like she was set up in some way. So we're going to take a look at that and see what her intentions behind this are. Okay, so let's take a look at New York Attorney General Letitia James, investigation to Donald Trump organization. What is happening there? Oh, thank you, Seth Kim. You don't have to do that. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for that birthday gift. I appreciate it. Thank you. Why are we getting the same cards for the investigation? Okay, we're getting a little bit different here. Okay, so same story, different cards, basically. So for Letitia James, we have here, again, we have the Ace of Swords. They don't have enough information. So I wonder if the Manhattan DA, District Attorney Office, and the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, are exchanging information or evidence. And I think this is where they are right now, trying to find where the evidence is. However, it feels like Letitia James is going to get the information first, and she actually might be the one who's going to drop the bombshell. If anything, this would be her. She might be the one to drop, or she might be the whistleblower. And because of that, that's going to end either her career, her political future, or this could potentially end the Trump organization. The question is that whether or not she goes against protocol for her own political endeavors. Okay, so this is a political endeavor because this is my voting card, right? This is evidence as well, showing evidence, releasing evidence to the public. Let me see, one more card to clarify. This election, is this political or is this just evidence in general? It's political. This is my election day card. Election night, looking at the results over the United States. I would definitely say this is political motive rather than actually doing what's right for the people. So I will definitely say that she may potentially drop the bombshell on Trump, but that's because of her political endeavors and hoping that this will boost her in the state of New York and hopefully win in New York. But even if she does win, she's going to be investigated because that's a crime. You don't release information like that, especially if you're the leading person. All right, so the next question that we're going to take a look at is, will the January 6th committee be successful? Again, I forgot to tell you guys. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. If you are new here and you are watching, and you all know already, everything will be timestamped in the description below. You guys can just jump to certain parts that you want to see in this video. Okay. Will the January 6th committee be successful? I didn't even ask the question. Will January 6th committee be successful with their investigation? Will they be successful with their investigation? Will the January 6th committee be successful? Okay. And then let's take the karma card. Let's see what karma has to say for the January 6th committee. Okay. Whew. All right. So after this, we're going to go on a quick ad break so I can grab some water. I feel like this is like speedy. Okay. So we have the Lovers card. And the question is that there is some sense of union. There's bipartisanship. There is no sense of partisan results, right? We have the man and a woman being divided by this false illusion of a mountain, right? But this is reversed. And what this tells me that this is a bipartisan commission, right? It's being run by both political parties with the motive and the intention of finding who did what on January 6th. We have the death card. This is a renewal, right? They thought that they finally got away with it. But however, with the committee coming through, was the death, that is bringing that revitalization and remembrance into people's mind, and particularly American voters, on what occurred only almost a year ago. And so it's that sense of remembrance, but it's also justice for those who have died, for justice for those who have fought for freedom in America in terms of democracy. And we have here whether or not they're going to be successful. I'm going to take one more card. I feel like I need to clarify that. What does this Three of Swords card mean, Spirits and Angels? Okay. Okay. I just heard something from my guys, so I'm just going to tell you what they said. So what I heard in my right ear was where I received information from my guy. They say that the Three of Swords necessarily mean that this is the end of the two-party system in the United States. So you will start to see there's going to be some sense of broad support for other political parties other than the Democrats and the Republicans. However, the Democrats and the Republicans are going to dominate the politics for the next 2 decades, at least so. But the political parties on the smaller sides will start to gain traction. We have here the Three of Swords. We have here that not only, and I do feel it strongly in my heart, that it's not just Republicans who are behind January 6th. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, and then we have the main center. What this is telling me here, that this is the committee, right? This is the committee. This is all the members. I think there's about 9 total. I could be wrong. But here's Nancy Pelosi being the one who's leading the January 6th committee. Now, the question is, will they be successful? We have here both the Republican Party, right? We have the Republicans like, oh my God, what's the lady's name? Oh, Dick Cheney, Lisa Cheney, something like that. Liz Cheney, that's what her name is. Oh my God. And then we also have here as well, we have the Democratic Party as well. So we have a bipartisanship here. And then we have here the Four of Swords. The question is that we have 3 swords in the heart, but 1 sword on the person. And so what this tells me is that one person is going down specifically in terms of political power, but 3 of them are going to be stabbed in the heart. And what this is telling me is that they're not necessarily may not be going after Donald Trump, but what they are necessarily doing, they're trying to get to the root of what caused January 6th. They're going to try to stop it. So that means they're going to be doing 3 different things that's going to put stopped in its tracks. They're going to stop it, but one person in particular will be stopped. So it could potentially mean Donald Trump. It could mean someone else entirely. There could be Ron DeSantis, who knows. But there is somebody here in play that is going to be stopped. Yeah, but it may not be Donald Trump. This is the card normally for the incumbent or the person who's in highest office being thrown out or being killed or assassinated or some sort with the knife going through the incumbent. It's reversed, which tells me that this figure may not be Donald Trump. Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you guys so much. Now, as for the karma cards, or what represents whether or not will the January 6th committee be successful, we have learn or teach, be positive about, grow, and expand. We have Jupiter here. We also have here as well in the house, we have immediately, the way you project yourself, do it on your own. And this is the first house, but it makes sense because if you really think about it, the first house that was formed, but not only the White House, but also the Congress. And therefore the Congress was attacked. And this is what it's showing me here is that, and I said this in the previous series, right? We have the Democrats and the Republican Party swinging together on this Mayan type calendar. And it's just that it's going around in circles. And that is interesting because what this tells me here that there's learning experience here for the United States, and learning areas of where how we can grow in terms of preventing another January from occurring, right? So you can be positive, you can be happy about it. It's a learning and teaching method. However, they must be able to be immediate and they must be able to do it on their own. So that means there is no guidance because this had never occurred before. So it makes exact sense why this is happening and the way the path of the January 6th committee is going. Okay, guys, so I'm going to quickly take a quick 5-second break so I can drink some water. I'm going to quickly put you on ad break. Then when we get back, we're going to cover the next set of questions, which is, will the January 6th committee hold Donald Trump accountable, and how would they do it, and will they? So we'll be back with that in a moment. And if you have any questions, put them in the live chat while you're waiting. Have you ever wondered how you can get access or find my social media, my webpage, anything from my Patreon page to my classes, to book a reading with me, whatever you want, and anything that you could possibly think of, including submitting questions? You would go onto my YouTube page, click on the most uploaded or most recent video. You'll click on any of these or the ones that are uploaded as most recent. You will go there. You will go to the description, as in this case. And you can either click on submit your question, video topic, or request here. You can find it there. Or you can go check out through my website and you can click on this, which is Linktree at Chris. You click on that and it will take you to my webpage where you can find numerous different links, or it could take you to many different things along with my classes that will be uploaded here as well on my Patreon page. You can book a reading with me. You can submit your question. You can find the most uploaded video. You can go on to my 2 other YouTube channels. You can make a generous donation if you would like, along with joining my Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter as well, of course, if you are interested. So this is how you can find my webpage. If you are interested, let me know in the comment section below what you do think. And I'll return you back to your content. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. All right, welcome back. So we're going to talk about, will the January 6th committee hold Donald Trump accountable, and how will they do it? So we'll take a quick look at that. For Liz W, your question is, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Will I be 21 or 22? I will actually be 21, excuse me. When I started this YouTube channel, I was actually 19. Little fun facts. Okay. So Spears will tell me, how will the January 6th committee hold Donald Trump accountable? If there were options, what are the options? How would they hold Donald Trump accountable? So how we're going to do this, so we're going to kind of have 4 cards here. We're going to kind of look at each one as a separate option. Option number 1 for the January 6th committee, how are they going to hold Donald Trump accountable? Okay. Option number 2, how would they hold Donald Trump accountable? Okay. Option number 3, how would they hold Donald Trump accountable? Okay, that's too many. I don't need a story here. Thank you. It's a stony card by itself. Add one more. Thank you. And option number 4. How would they hold him? Okay. All right. I actually see a lot of options here, so let's take a look at all of them. So we have option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4. So this is how the January 6th committee may or may not go about going through prosecuting Donald Trump or holding him accountable for what happened on January 6th. Thank you, Charles. Yeah, I'm a baby for sure. Okay, so for the first option we have here is jail. I do feel like a sense of jail time. I feel like this will be the least likely option. Is how can they convict the president on the charges and get him in jail? If so, he will be the first president in jail since the president in the Confederate States of the United States, who was jailed for only a short period of time, and then Abraham Lincoln released him due to political pressure from the South. That's option number 1. Option number 2 we have here is making a deal that they will drop the charges if he chooses not to run again or ever speak to the American public again about his views. That's option 2. Option number 3 we have here is that he goes away and does not live in the United States, or that I'm actually sent in here as well. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sent in a few things, so this might be a multiple option, like he has a multiple choice here. It feels like in one part he's going to the mental institution. He has to choose one of these 3. He goes to the mental institution. He either gets assassinated, because that's one of the options here as well, to kind of set a record straight that this is unacceptable behavior. As well, there's another one here that I feel very strongly about. He escaped to another country as well, but I feel like that's the least likely of the 3. I'm also sent in here as well is sterilization. It feels like they're going to insert some sort of chemical in him that's going to make him deteriorate on the inside over time. Like he ends up passing away at an earlier pace. That's one other option. That's option 3. And then for option 4, we have the lover's card, which is reversed. And the first thing that came to my mind here was family, and that he will have to take the fall and let his family go loose, or he lets his family take the fall and he goes free. So those are the 2 options here. And then the card that follows here is the High Priestess. That the government will not have the final say, that he won't get trial by court, that these will automatically be convicted criminals and they do not get trial. That is what I'm sent here. So those are the 4 options. That's how they may go about this. I feel like they're trying to be really extreme here in terms of how they handle this. And so those are the 4 options. Of course, this one, option 3, had more options, of course. Trump said this week that if there's going to be a billionaire attack, he will consider relocating to another country. Oh, he didn't even pay any tax. He hadn't done that in 20 years, so I don't know why that makes him any different. Too bad he isn't volunteering to colonize Neptune. Do you really want his genes? Really? You really want his genes to last that long? I'm just saying. All right, so the question is now is, will they hold Donald Trump accountable? Now, that's a little bit different than what we were reading before. So let's take a look. All right, so Spears Sanders will tell me, will the January 6th committee actually hold Donald Trump accountable, or is it just all talk, no action? No. No, I don't see. No. I think they're going to try to go with option 1. Like I said, they're going to try to go for jail. That's the challenge here, is that they know he's a convicted criminal, but they're not going to do it. Can I ask why? Why is the January 6th committee not going to want to put Trump in jail? Okay, I heard his family members are going to try to spread misinformation, and they're going to try to get people rallied up to break Donald Trump free out of the jail cells, or even like the prisoner, like the cop or police officers that are walking and roaming the jail cell may let him escape on purpose. That is what I'm sensing here. Yeah, they're trying to look at all plausible options. They feel like the couple of them are inhumane, so they're not going to go with those options. Even though those are plausible outcomes, they're not going to do it. I don't feel like, and I said this many times before, I don't see Donald Trump in jail, but let's ask the book. Let's see what the book has to say. The Book of Answers. Let's see what they have to say. What do you guys think? I have never seen Trump in jail once. Not even any card. I have been reading on this for a long time, and I have not seen a card for that. Okay, so Spirit Sanders will tell me, will the January 6th committee hold Donald Trump accountable? Okay, let's see the answer. No. Okay, so the answer is that the book says no, the cards say no. I don't see Donald Trump being held accountable by the January 6th committee. So the basically committee's useless. It's really, if you ask my opinion. All right, so will the people in government who participated in January 6th, will they be in big trouble and removed? This would be a different thing as they are not high-profile figures like Donald Trump. Okay, so will the people in government who participated in January 6th, will they be in big trouble? Let's ask that question first. Will they be in big trouble? Majority of them, will they be in big trouble? Can I have a little bit more cards? One more. We have all reversals here. We have reversals. So we have the reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have the reverse 8 of cups. Okay, we have the reverse 8 of cups. We have we have the 4 of pentacles reverse. We have the Queen of Cups reverse. We also have here that followed and clarified the Queen of Cups reverse is also the 2 of Pentacles reverse. And here's what the matter is. We have 2 cups here, we have 2 cups here, and we have 2 pentacles. And what this feels is that they covered their ass. That's what happened. Is that they covered their ass. The investigation took way too long. And what ended up happening here is that they have been able to get away with their crimes and misdemeanors because the investigation went through this long process. They gave the criminals enough time to cover themselves, and therefore there is almost basically in no way or some form able to get. There's no way that they can get them proven without proper evidence, right? It feels like if it's two years, they have 2 years to prepare, right? We have here the 8 of Cups reverse. And what this is telling me here is that the people who committed to crimes are still in office and they're going to remain there. That's what it feels like. That is what's happening right now. They're still in office, they're remaining here. However, the main thing is that they're not able to link them directly to the perpetrator of January 6th, and therefore the money trail is not a viable option, potentially because maybe they took avenues where it cannot be traced, that potentially hand-on cash, where not easily able to be traced. We have here as well, we have the Queen of Cups reversed, and it feels like in some way or some form that Nancy Pelosi and other officials don't know exactly who to trust. And because they don't know exactly who to trust, it makes it 10 times harder on who to prosecute for the crime here. Now, some of them you do know, like Bob Hart, Taylor Greene, Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, all those. But those who are hidden, the silent ones, are the real ones that are the most dangerous, not the ones who speak the loudest, because you already know who they are. We have here, we have the 2 of Pentacles reversed, and what this tells me that there's going to be some sense of disturbances that's going to be heading their way. It's calm right now, but there's going to be some sense of disturbances. However, there will be a whistleblower in the end who's going to start releasing these people's names. The question is, how soon? Will it be too late? That's the question. How soon, and will it be too late? Now, the question is whether or not the January 6th committee will be able to get anything done, because by the time they only have about 2 years to get it done, and that's right before the midterm. If the midterm goes in Republican favor, the committee will be dismantled permanently, which means that nothing will be done by the committee. Does that make any sense to any of you guys? They will not be getting anything done if it's dismantled. No, I don't see anybody being removed either. Charles, you said the Book of Answers, is that like a magic 8-ball? Kind of, very similar to it. Actually, very similar. Sometimes I notice that it's hard for it to answer some questions, so I would take it with a grain of salt. But the tarot cards are more accurate, of course. Okay, so Spirits and Angels tell me, will the people in government who participated in the cover of January 6th, will they be, in the future, in the next 10 years, will they be in trouble, and will they be removed and prosecuted for the crimes? Now, this book may not be able to answer that because that's many questions in one. The question is here, will they be prosecuted? Let's ask that. Okay. It's time for you to go. Okay. Well, that's not the answer that I expected, but we asked whether or not they're going to be prosecuted, so let's just ask one more time. I feel like this book is insulting me, and I'm actually getting hurt by the book, even though it's not a real person. Trust your intuition. Okay, so like I said, most likely not. Will they be in prison? Better to wait. So again, it might be just a waiting time. Really, it might just be over time the information is going to be revealed. Hopefully. All right. I feel like very insulted by the book actually, and it actually hurt my feelings, even though it's just a book. Okay, this is going to be 5 minutes, no more than that, because this question is not that important. The the Trump golf course being investigated by Westchester, New York District Attorney's Office. Anything happening here? How would that investigation go? Just give me 3 cards. I'm covering everything. If you're wondering why, then I won't be covering Trump again. He's a waste of time and space, and I have more better things to focus on my channel with. Okay. Okay, I know what this is. Okay, so this has to do something very closely related with the Trump organization, and that could be what helps Lakeisha James and the district attorney, Manhattan District Attorney General Office as well. I do feel like they are all connected, but it's funny because all of them always had in the middle this card is something very similar to the Tower card, right? We have here tonight a wand. Donald Trump went to go purchase the land in 1980. This is based on assumption. I don't even know if that's true, if he purchased it in the 80s. But that's what I'm sensing the 80s time period, that he went to go purchase it. I'm also getting a sense of the 1990s as well. He made some sort of deal in there in the 90s. We have here is we have the Tower card information going to come out. I feel like this is where the money trail is. That's where the evidence is hiding. It's in this golf course in Westchester. And then we have here, because of it, the strength of this investigation is going to be surmountable, almost like there's enough evidence to consider Trump a criminal, so to speak. We have here as well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of swords reversed. It tells me here that the evidence in this golf course is actually, believe it or not, the original evidence. So I mean that if they open and able to get a hold of this golf course, they're going to find actual evidence on Donald Trump, because this is where Donald Trump is holding all his records. It's in this golf course. That's actually surprising, because I did not expect this from this, actually, if you believe it or not. Okay, so Representative Adam Kinzinger, Republican of Illinois, is not seeking re-election, which is too bad. He voted to impeach Trump. Yeah, he will be removed anyway, so he's just doing himself the political favor. Thank you. Happy Halloween. Thank you for coming. We're going to Cheesecake Factory tomorrow, so I will answer your question in tomorrow's video. We'll be doing a little special. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Let's hold on to your question, okay, love? I'll answer it tomorrow. Investigation into Donald Trump trying to overturn the Georgia election results. Let's take a look at that. The investigation into Donald Trump trying to overturn the Georgia election results, how's that going? How's that going? What do we need to know, Spirits and Angels? Okay. I just love how they just gave me the card that I swoosh right out, right? And karma card. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have the Sun card here. All right. So we have the Ace of Wands here. Donald Trump trying to give the demand, the orders to overturn the result that didn't go in his favor. We have here, this is Joe Biden with all his electoral votes, and the fact that he has more votes than Donald Trump in a state that Trump won by 6% the previous election. So Donald Trump is trying to overturn it, and that he's trying to claim fraud, that he does not believe that Joe Biden won, that he had more votes over him than Trump, right? If you really look at this card, right, we have the blue hide and the red hat, therefore Joe Biden puts the head in the state of Georgia. We have here as well, we have the Page of Wands. Now, I think his name is Brett something, the Attorney General in Georgia, who Donald Trump tried to call. I forgot his name, but if you know who I'm talking about, this is him. This is the card that represents him right now, and this is the Page of Wands in its reverse. There were refusal for him to listen to Donald Trump's demand. And I kind of want to see how this investigation is going now, because it's telling me the story, but not the actual future. What is the future of this? Is it going to be successful? Are they going to find something? Okay, it looks like it is. We have here the strength, right? So the investigation is going to be pretty strong. The case against him is pretty strong. They have little video recordings of him. And then we have the full card here, which speaks that he's a fool for believing and thinking that these records, in terms of audio, were not going to be enough to get him prosecuted. And then we have here as well, in terms of karma card, we have here demonstrate, realize, act like a leader. Trump is going to realize that he is not the star of the state of Georgia. He does not own the United States. If anything, the United States own him. Right? So they're going to demonstrate that. Georgia investigation is going to demonstrate that no one is above the law. Right, Charles. He is certainly, his ego is certainly in his way, for sure. He knew he was going to lose, and he could have won easily. Biden threatening to expose Donald Trump. Will he, and what will be exposed? That does will be an interesting concept to ask. So let's take a look. President Joe Biden is threatening to expose Donald Trump. Will he? Will President Biden actually expose Donald Trump? Will Donald Trump actually expose? Will Joe Biden actually expose Donald Trump? Okay, we have the Joe Biden card reverse. I'm gonna have to ask the book. Will Joe Biden actually expose Donald Trump? Will he? I'm just asking yes or no. Okay. We're going to look at this tarot cards first, and then we're going to take a look at the book. Okay, so we have this. We have the King of Cups here. This is President Biden. This is everything when Biden's willing to expose in terms of what he wants to expose with things that have occurred before he won the election, or before his inauguration, at least, before he became president. That's what Joe Biden wants to expose. Now, it doesn't take rocket science to know that, because clearly that's an obvious thing. It does not take a psychic to know that. So, we have here as well, we have the Ten of Cups. A lot of you all know, who have been with me for quite a while now. You all know this is the card that represents the general election and the result of the general election. This is reversed, which tells me this is relating to the election results. We have here, this is relating to Georgia. For some reason, this points to Georgia. So Joe Biden might be helping in the state of Georgia in terms of investigation. This is my past card normally, but it's reversed, which is the future, right? This also refers to the type of president. So we have here normally, if it's upright, it's talking about President Trump. It used to be a card that represents Obama as he was the previous president. Now it's President Trump. However, if reversed, we're talking about the future president, which is President Biden, right? So this is that card here. We have President Biden winning the election, or he won an election, really. Then we have here is we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really gotta read I really gotta learn how to read these numbers at the bottom. 8 or 9 ones here. This is very interesting. What this tells me is that Joe Biden may release information relating to the actual results. Potentially, maybe Joe Biden won by bigger, but he's not willing to really throw Trump under the bus to help not bruise his ego even more. I feel like Joe Biden knows something. And we have here as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of Swords. Joe Biden knows that the country's in trouble in terms of election results, and he may actually, and Joe Biden is trying to play the easy game with Trump, but Joe Biden button is being pushed, and I feel like he actually may play Trump's game and start saying, well, you want my state to be, audited? How about the state of Texas? Let's have that audited, or the state of Florida, or Ohio. I have a feeling that Joe Biden is so pissed off that he actually might do just what Donald Trump is doing, just to piss Trump off. We have the King of Wands here. Joe Biden is not a type of president similar to like Barack Obama. He's more of a type of president similar to Bill Clinton, not in terms of the Monica Lewinsky scandal, and he gets too old for that, and he loves his wife dearly. But I'm talking about in a different sense. I'm talking about the way his popularity is in terms of him being able to win the South and the fact that he's able to have that more conservative Democratic tone, more that establishment Democrat, representing the ego, representing the cornerstones of American politics, really. But he had the cat here as well, meow, that type of thing. Don't know why I said that, but it feels like as if what's happening with Biden is that Biden is going to start to expose Donald Trump, particularly relating around the results. We're going to kind of take a look at a more deeper sense what that is. So, Spears and Angel, tell me, when Joe Biden exposes Donald Trump, what will be exposed? Oh, that's a smart idea. Thank you, Julie. I would do that. Okay, so each one represents a different information being exposed. We have the page of Pentagon. And it tells me here that I'm looking at, hold on, I'm looking at my third eye here, so my eyes are closed. What does this mean, Spirits and Angels? Okay, so I heard my guy told me serenity, peace, calmness, the exact opposite of what Donald Trump is. That's what they told me word by word. And so that's what this card is, right? And so that is what the Page of Pentacles stands for. The Page of Pentacles stands for that. No, well, don't hold me to that. That's what this means right now. That's my intuition. And so the reason why this is so informative is that Biden is going to show something that's proved that Donald Trump is actually the vice president, at least in the eyes of the people who don't believe it, right? We already know he's not, but other people don't. We have here the Knight of Wands in reverse. The fact that Donald Trump, Joe Biden is going to try to expose Trump for wanting to leave the country when times were hard. The plan that he had put in place, that he was going to leave people behind. And I also sent here as well that the Page of Pentacles as well talks about money being stolen and wanting to bankrupt the country because his company was bankrupt in the 80s. So there's a kind of revenge on the American people, his anger towards the American people because they weren't buying his product in the 80s and the 90s. We have here we have the 6 of Wands reverse, and it tells me here that he just cannot admit that he's a complete loser. I don't think that's self-explanatory, but there is something here that we don't know about that Biden has relating to Donald Trump in terms of his winning strategy, maybe potentially how Trump planned on going to win the election falsely, so to speak, right? And how his overseas trading and overseas dealings with other countries and other political leaders and operatives, and then there's going to be a big bombshell that we're not going to be known about yet. So there's one big bombshell. So those are the big 5, particularly that Biden's going to drop. I think some of them are already exposed. Biden's just going to be reinvigorating it, like be talking about it and trying to like get it more well known because he is a top guy now. So Scotland is investigating Donald Trump's golf course, and I'm going to take a quick look at that. There's 5 minutes, nothing more than that. Scotland's investigation into Donald Trump's golf course dealings. Kind of give me one card to represent that. We have the High Priestess card, the good and evil. So in some sense, the intentions behind the golf course were actually good. However, it turned dark very quickly, and so a lot of crimes were happening there. And I think also Jeffrey Epstein may have hit there, or there might be some sort of dealing done with Jeffrey Epstein. So I do feel like this might be a place where sex trafficking may have occurred. Anything else? Yeah, so we have bad dealing. I think that was self-explanatory. I don't think it really needs any more of an explanation than that. And then we have the Emperor. This may also involve the royal family, potentially Prince Andrews. So I do have a feeling that in some way they are involved. And also I see bestiality here as well. So maybe having things with animals. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have here money is also buried, and evidence are also buried in Scotland golf course. So I also see that as well. Hi, Google Peace. Haven't seen you in a while, love. Can you dig deep into the page of stories reverse? I wonder if it's federal monetary. I wonder. So curious. For what question? I don't remember what question it's for. There's a 30-second delay, so my mind is a little too faster than the question being shown. If they go overseas, they're gonna kill him. Security is totally different over there, and he has quite a few enemies. Yeah, 100% Charles. Okay, so while we're waiting for her question, we have here the House Committee investigation into the questionable medical treatment proposed by the Trump administration. Let's take a look at that. Like hydrochlorophyll, my parents think a great way. My parents, I'm not kidding. They were seeing something on YouTube and Twitter where they say that if you put detergent in the bathtub and you lay in it, you get your microchipped out. Don't do that. Please don't do that. That's dangerous. You just sit in a tub of liquid that's not good for you. It will be absorbed by the skin, and therefore you will have some bad reaction, potentially death. Don't do it. Okay, thank you, Google Peace. Okay, so Spirits and Angels telling me the House Committee's investigation into questionable medical treatments proposed by the Trump administration. How would that investigation go? Whew! I need a massager. I had the machine enough to lose my neck, so not that good. Okay. I feel like the camera's so far away. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe you can see the ground a little bit more, my little baby salt tonight. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands here reversed, and this is interesting because what this is telling me here, what is this for? Okay, so we have the Two of Wands here reversed, and what this is telling me here that what's going to occur is that there are information outside. I spoke about this before, that they were smuggling in like saline, which is just basically like peroxide and water mix or white vinegar and water being injected into people, being told that this was the cure or something, like an alternative cure that's actually not the cure. And I feel like in some way there is some sort of drug smuggling going on for entertainment purposes only. We also have here as well, we have the Four of Cups. And what's it just telling me here that they have evidence, but they don't know where to find evidence. There's no way for them to start. They don't know how to start. Like, how do we even like tell the public that this is going on? And how do we warn them without sounding outrageously crazy? That's what it feels like. We have here the Two of Swords here. It feels like they have conflicting information. Like they don't know where to start because one part, Donald Trump will say, I should pour hydrochlorophyll. Then the next one, he says he doesn't. He never said it. And so, like, it's information like that that's going to make it very hard to make a very plausible and feasible case. We have here as well, we have the 8 or 9 of Wands reversed. And what this tells me here is that the question is the investigation won't be able to stand. They don't have sufficient information to charge the investigation into the proposed false medical treatment. Because right now the evidence is hidden. They can't find the evidence. I don't see them getting it. Now, it could potentially mean that they have evidence over time. But the question is it worth fighting against? It's too late. Too many people think that this is a good medical treatment. Is too late into this investigation. And we have here the Three of Pentacles. I don't feel like this investigation or committee is going to get anywhere. I feel like that's why it's not public. That's why people don't really know about this committee. I feel like it's not going to go anywhere because too many people are stuck-minded and they can't get out of it. They feel like they can't trust the government or the hospitals anymore because of the mistreatments and stuff like that. Well, that's what Donald Trump told them. You know what I mean. That's what it feels like. Okay. Okay, so we have 2 more. Then, if anybody has any questions, of course, put it in. We have here reopening of the obstruction of justice against Donald Trump. If you are not familiar with this was the Mueller investigation against Donald Trump in 2019. And this was the impeachment trial. And they're currently considering reopening it. So let's see. The reopening of the obstruction of justice case against Donald Trump, the impeachment trial, how would that go? Will they reopen it? Will they reopen it? Let's take that first. Will they reopen it? Okay, it looks like a no. This is the Ace of Wands. This is my impeachment card, but it's reversed. Let's see what the book has to say. Will they open up an investigation again into Donald Trump for obstruction of justice? We have here the answer may come to you in another language. Okay, well, great, because I don't speak another language, so I don't know how that would work. Maybe Google? Maybe Google Translate? Who knows? Now I'm hearing a foreign language and I can't even understand. It's like gibberish. All right, just whatever. All right, so clarification, please. Yes or no? It's not a no, but it's also not a yes. It's a maybe. That's what this is. It could be a maybe. Yeah, we have all wands here. It's a maybe. 2 of wands here, 1 of wands, and then we have the 10 of wands here. If you add the number up, it makes 13. This is the United States. The number is 13, the original 13 colonies. I would certainly say here that it's almost a yes. So yes, I do feel like they are more likely than not to open up the investigation into Donald Trump again. All right. Will it be successful? Yes or no? Okay. Will it be successful? Excuse me, just tell me. Okay. So here's what's happening. This would be unprecedented territory. We all know that it would be unprecedented. Ask for yes or no in the word in that language. Okay, you're right. I'll do that right after this. We have here the King of Wands here. That's reversed, right? This is my conservative card. A lot of you guys know this is the conservative Republican Party in office when it's upright, but it's reversed. However, thank you, Charles. C means yes, right? I think. I don't know. So King of Wands here is reversed. And the reason why this is important here is that we already answered the question, the constitutional question, can you impeach a president after he or she has been left office? The answer has been yes. But now here's where the constitutional crisis comes in. Can you reopen up an impeachment trial that had already been closed or already been tried, right? Once you try it, you can't be tried again for the same crime. That's the thing. Cannot stand for the president. We have the devil. Can somebody also give me a maybe in a different language? That would be nice to know as well. We have the devil, right? And what this tells me here is that there is some corruption. They are going to have to do a lot of evidence. The question is that the Republicans have such a strong grip with Donald Trump that basically they are his minions, and therefore Donald Trump will be again. He will be, what's the word? He will be acquitted again. He will be acquitted for a third time. Like I told you guys, Donald Trump will be impeached 4 times. The 4th one will be successful. But I assume, based on what I have said previously, that this one will be unsuccessful, just as shown here previously. We have the King of Pentacles, and this is reversed. This has to not relate to the Donald Trump organization. If they can make this about something else not related to the Trump organization, this would be very interesting. Right? This will be very interesting, and we'll actually be able to make this constitutional crisis go away if they're able to charge him on obstruction of justice on something else unrelated to the Russian investigation. We have to hit a world, maybe another country, maybe Ukraine. Maybe Ukraine will be a good place to start. Okay, so again, we're going to ask, like you all said, I am going to ask right now. Ask for a yes or no single word in a different language, whether or not they're going to reopen the investigation into Donald Trump in a foreign language. That's what the book said. Okay. Okay, I heard the word sai, S-A-I. So S, Wait, is this S? No, that's not S. Let me write it down. Oh, his thigh. I don't know what that is. I think that might be Japanese, or who knows. Okay, so I wrote it down. We have here sty. Oops. We have snake, apple, igloo. So in case you don't know what letter I'm saying, snake as an S, A as an apple, and igloo as an I. That's the word that I got. So if anybody could tell me what that is, let me know. Okay, so we're gonna wait while everybody's doing that. I am gonna move on to the next question. Thank you, all of you. Let's take a look at the Trump Russian investigation's future. Let's take a look at that while we're waiting. So, Conspiracy is determining the Trump Russian investigation and their future. What do we need to know, Conspiracy is determining? What is the future of the Trump Russia investigation? Okay, so we have the president here, right? What is the future of the investigation? Okay, we have some dirty dealings. Okay, okay, around the world. Where's the other one? The card flipped. I don't know where it is. Hold on. Where are you, buddy? Okay, maybe the card didn't flip. I really hate to find it when I shuffle. Okay, the world card will move here then. And the future of the Trump investigation, we have the Eight of Cups. Now, this is the longest video I have done in quite a while, so bear with me. Okay, so we have the Emperor card here, which is interesting because it's the card that represents Donald Trump while he was president and before he became president, right? Post and pre-president, right? We have the dealings and things between the two countries, the two nations together, right? Making a dealing. So there is prominent here. There is evidence here. There is direct dealing with Russia. So there's certain here that this is occurring. We have here, this is around the world as well. So this is what multiple countries potentially dealing. So I feel like with some way, like, okay, if I do this for this country, you'll do this and you'll give me that. It feels like playing checkers is what this game feels like. It feels like they're playing the game checker. But they're picking and choosing and playing a game with different countries and picking what they want, so to speak. Okay, side in Vietnamese means wrong, error, fault, incorrect. Sai it means dagger in Japanese. Okay, so we have stabbing. We have wrong, error, false, incorrect. So we're gonna go with false here and say. Okay, I know what this is. Okay, thank you. So sai basically means in Vietnamese means wrong, error, false, incorrect. For the previous question that we were asking, excuse me, we're gonna hold off on the question for a second. We're gonna jump back into the previous one. Reopening of obstruction of justice against Donald Trump will be a yes for opening. The reason for this is that they're gonna find out and say that, well, the results were actually wrong or the vote was incorrect or invalid, and therefore we need to prevent you with brand new evidence. That's what this could be. It could mean yes, like we said, but it could just be saying that the evidence may be wrong or the vote was wrong because other people who voted were conflicted in the crime together, or therefore they were an acquaintance or some way or some form, connected. That could be what that is. Let me know if you guys agree with that. So going back to the other reading, we have here as well, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 of cups reversed. And what this is telling me here is very interesting because what this says here is that what is occurring on is that even though Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump have agreed that no matter what happened, they're going to defend one another, it does not feel like that's going to be the case here. It does not feel like, even though that was a promise being made to one another, I feel like this is an empty promise. I feel like Vladimir Putin won't be able to hold it. We have a decision that's going to be happening soon, and that's because by the time President Trump runs for re-election again, Vladimir Putin won't be able to help. That's what it feels like. I feel like Vladimir Putin won't be able to help Donald Trump come this next time around, and that's because Vladimir Putin may not be president in his own country by the time that occurs. That's interesting. One more card. We have here the Page of Cups. It looks like it's going to be a Democratic victory in 2024, but that's if everything goes the proper way, right? Without influence. Like I said that before, that the Democrats will win 3 terms in a row starting 2020, but that only happens if there is no foreign interference. If that does not occur, there is foreign interference. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the other subscribers, Charles, Julie, to give me like what to call it, the if they agree with my statement on what side means, I'm going to jump into BT's question and we'll finish off with that. Hopefully, this gives them a little bit more time to answer. Okay, so will there be more Q posts in the future, like QAnon posts? Let's take a look. So, Spears Angel Tommy. Well, that was quick. Okay, so it looks like this is a Q. If you really look at it, the way they're holding the item, right? Q. Okay, right there, Q, right? And if you look here, the way I'm holding it, and if I put my hand, I'm trying to do it on the camera, it looks so weird. Okay, if I make a circle, just imagine I make a circle, right? And my hand goes through, but it makes the perfect circle. It makes a Q, right? If I'm trying to show imagery here, but it feels like the imagery sucks, so I do apologize. But it feels like this is what this is. It feels like social media in some way is what helps propel the QAnon conspiracies and ideas. We have here the government. We have the government in the Hierophant. As long as the QAnon supporters are allowed to post and upload as much as they like without consequences, they are going to make it worse for the government to be able to do its job. Right, we have here we have the Page of Wands here. We have social media now reviewing their own policies on whether or not they should allow behavior like the QAnon supporters post to be spread, particularly relating to misinformation, and whether or not that violates the First Amendment. We have the Knight of Pentacles, right? The question now remains is, well, if we do this, we're going to lose a whole bunch of people from our databases. That's something that the company can take in terms of money-wise. Can we take that? And that's going to be another problem that's going to occur, is whether or not the money is going to be an issue for the corporation. We have the Queen of Cups reversed. I don't feel like they're going to put some sort of restriction on a QAnon post, but there will be more to come. And potentially this might be a plan in place to assassinate a president or a political operative or leader of some sort. Let's take a look. Will there be any more QAnon posts? You have the King of Wands here. Again, the card that represents Biden. They're going to try their very best to discredit President Biden. And so far, it has been working. Right? We have here as well, we have the Nine of Swords here, which is very interesting because it's going to be a tornado. What's coming is a black storm, right? We talked about the black storm in a video. We did a video focusing on it. The black storm in America coming. That's relating to the QAnon supporters, right? We didn't know what that was before, but now we know the black storm actually talked about the QAnon supporters, the coming storm. And we have here as well, we have the Princess of Cups. The time of peace has ended. And this could potentially mean war. Not necessarily in a warfare sense, but in a way that they're going to operate. It's going to be the way that a normal foreign I'm like stuttering, holy cow. The way the government in a foreign country, when they go to war, it's the way that this operation, in terms of QAnon supporters, are going to operate in the very same fashion They're going to try to they're going to have commanders, they're going to have officers, they're going to have leaders, they're going to have political operatives in different positions of American politics. The question is, will they have another supporter in the White House, and that's going to be more dangerous? And that's what I'm seeing here, that this Princess of Cups here, the time of peace has ended. This is America's problem, and they have to get rid of it. It's like a rash that won't go away. It's incurable because the Democrats and the Republicans took so long to get rid of it, and because of it, now it's been so embraced that now it's a part of American culture. We have here the Seven of Cups. It does not help the media help enhance this, right? We have this dude here. I forgot what he is, but you see here, he's spreading hate, right? You have the devil here. You have the peace star. You have the snake. You have the vaccine needle. You have money. You have the tornadoes, and of course, you have the rainbow frog. Right? Anything that's colorful in terms of flag is poison information, right? And of course, as well, that the media is allowing this information to spread. Thank you, Alex Jones. Thank you. I've been so out of the game lately. I have not been paying attention to politics for like almost 3 months, so I have no idea what's going on. That's why it's so hard with Trump. And there's that X again. Yeah, I know. Reminds me of yin and yang, also the sign for Pisces. Yes, 100% right. 7 sealed revelation. I don't know what that is. Can you explain, please? While we're waiting for his explanation, we're going to, I'm going to give you a little bit of a card to kind of lift the mood up for you guys. I won't be going live tonight during the midterms. I'm just going to record the video tonight, but upload it tomorrow for you. So you have 2 videos to watch in case I don't upload tomorrow. In case dinner goes over. We will be doing a Halloween special when we're talking about metaphysical stuff, so make sure you have an idea what you want to talk about. Okay, give me like a second. BT, give me your answer, please. Whenever you're ready, of course. Let's see. What do I want to give my subscribers today? Whew, okay, let's do that. Nah, I want this one. I feel really drawn to the Whisper of the Stone. I feel like that would be a really good thing for you guys. So let's do that. Okay, it's going to be kind of like a pick a card reading for you. You're going to close your eyes. I'm going to tell you when to open them, okay? Just breathe in and breathe out and hold your breath and just relax. Okay, power number 1, Spirit Angel. Messages for power number 1. Okay. Power number 2. What message does power number 2 need to pick? Charles. Okay, I agree with them. I did say that we're heading to the 5th dimension, but in order to get to the 5th dimension, you have to go through darkness. So that is what we're going through right now. We will be experiencing peaceful time. But what I'm reading is that if you resonated with the dark time period in America and ahead, that also refers specifically to those who are going to be remaining in the 3D for a little bit longer. So all of you who don't resonate with that, that just means you're going into the 5D. It's from the book of Revelation. I don't know. I don't read the Bible. I have no idea. Sorry. Okay, so we have card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Close your eyes, and card number 4. Close your eyes, and I want you to kind of slowly ask your guides what message you need to hear today. In case you're wondering, again, it's from the Whisper of the Soul. Power number 1, power number 2, power number 3, and power number 4. This is messages from your guides to you, and you can pick more than one if you would like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you need more time, pause the video. I'm going to go with power number 1. So for those of you guys who have chosen power number 1, we have turbulence, right? We have the lightning strike here. And it says here, time has been tumultuous. A feeling of unease and unrest. Negative energy has been building around you. Find your voice, it will pass. Okay, so what this card really speaks to me is, for right now, for a lot of you guys, that you are struggling. You're undergoing some sense of struggle. And a lot of that is because you have been absorbing a lot of people's energy. I feel like you are somebody who a lot of people go to get help. Potentially, they talk to you about the problem, and you take on those problems and allowing them to pass through you. And therefore, what you're doing is you're exchanging your good energy with their bad energy, and you're exchanging. And therefore, you're going through this sense of turbulence. Because what you are is what you will attract. So if you're taking in a negative energy, those attraction is going to start happening to you, which is why you're able to resonate with them on a more resonantal level, because you have exchanged energies, right? That is what is going on here, right? This is like a nerve ending. These are all nerves. So you all connected to one another. So if you talk to somebody, you're just exchanging energy, their energy fields, right? Think of it like cheat touch, really. Or like the game. I tag, you're it. So if I tag somebody, they're the tagger now. I'm fine now. So they have to go find somebody else to tag. Kind of like that. That's what's happening to you. It's almost like a childhood game. When you touch somebody, energy transfer, information transfer, thing transfer. That is what's going on for you, pile number one. For those of you guys who have chosen pile number two, you have hope, romance, right? We have here, there has been great pain and hope was lost. It is returning now. Let your defenses down. Loved ones in spirit are safe and well. Trust in others. So it feels like in some sense or some way that you have been having your heart closed. It feels like you're not allowing yourself to be happy. Right? I have a feeling for some of you guys as well, this also may have been where you took pile number one and pile number two and you feel like you resonate with them. The reason for that is that you've been having trouble in terms of your relationship because you're unable to connect on a part of you of who you are. The reason why you're not able to connect with that person is because you can't even connect with you, right? You need to be able to love yourself before you can love another. I hope that resonates with you guys. For pile number three, we have here harmony, a time of peace, right? A time of peace. Rapid growth, you are coming back into the balance with strength and flexibility, healing, financial improvement. I feel like for some of you guys, you've been worried about what has been occurring or what has been ongoing. And I feel like you guys took some strict measure to be able to help you and be able to lift you out of a time of struggle. I feel like that is what occurring for you. However, you can rest assured that things are going to be more sturdy and more financially stable. And that reason for it is think of bamboo. Bamboo grows out of the ground, but it's very sturdy. It's hard, but shallow. But it has so many purposes. You need to find your purpose. Because once you find your purpose, you'll be able to do a multitude of different things. I feel like some of you guys are going into business, finding your own business endeavors, and find out what works for you. That is what this here is, that there will be stability. You need to find what works. It takes trial and error. You are going to fail, but you will be successful now. You just need to believe that you will be. Then for those of you guys who have chosen pile number four, you have dreams. Shift your focus, change your mindset. Dreams do come true. Start believing it. You're worthy. Motivation. Choose victory. I feel like for some of you guys, you have been drawn to 3 and 4 as well. So if that is you, this is also another message for you that chase your dream. Do what you want. But a lot of people have for so long have been saying that you need to chase your dreams. But actually, you don't need to chase anything. You need to create your dream. Because there's nothing. There's no foundation for your dream. You need to create it from the bottom up. Right? Failure is an option, but leaving and quitting is not. That's why I have not quit the channel, even though I'm failing in terms of maintaining a subscriber base. I am being informative, trying to help my channel as much as possible, be able to help you guys, because each and every single one of you matter. The same thing here as well, that you need to be able to do your dream and do it well. Love yourself, no matter how hard it is right now, because it's not always going to be like this, right? Change your mindset, shift your focus. I think the message here is clear. And normally I would give you another message, but I feel like the energy here in this white box tells you exactly what it is, and I don't think you need my input for this. I think you know the answer. All right, guys. I love you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you like the series. We probably won't be doing series number 4, the last one called the How Donald Trump Reign Ends. We will be doing that on Halloween. However, tomorrow we are going to be talking about the midterm election that will be released in the morning, and at night during the Cheesecake Factory after I finish getting home from dinner. we're going to do a video and we're going to be talking about metaphysical stuff, just kind of celebrating Halloween and lifting the veil a little bit. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much for helping, being supportive and kind. Again, this was a very successful night. I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Have a very wonderful night and happy Halloween if I don't see you. Love you. Bye. Peace out, babies.